Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They 10 seconds to 10. Hey.
Honey, I dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 30 base.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Right. Now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Let's go.
Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Newton. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 17 there, and a New Orleans 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
He's checking.
Now.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down now, Whittington. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 11 carries, 60 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because... He's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. That's complete to John Ross. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, Lawrence. It's Hill, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Look at me, Zipper! Hey, Charlie!
Throwing again. Lawrence. Got a man open. It's Ross. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Mike, 44.
64, wait.
On 1st down, Swift. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. What's good on the extra point? Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
2nd and 5. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check.
2nd and 3. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day, baby.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. So here are the Saints to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10.
Go set. 18 Gator. Yep.
Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence gets this one to Hill. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Lawrence. Open man is Ross, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. John Ross, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run the counter. Bennett. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Back to throw. It's caught. Cooper. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Caught, left side, Bennett. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Auden Tate, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. He'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way. Like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have
blitz coming, and down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Recon, 152 fighter.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Off the bootleg, Lawrence. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Lawrence. His throw incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards that time. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Josh Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go, defense. Hey, man.
Back to throw. Lawrence. They complete it to Hill. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. On 3rd down, Swift, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Slam. Ready?
They'll try and run for it. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Here comes the Jags off. Offense now, time for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. They'll run on first down. Whittington, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bennett. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. A good pickup there, a 22. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Marcus Davenport in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Take it at the 37. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they...
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Off the bootleg. Lawrence. He's got his man on the crossing route. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll try the left side. Newton, and he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. 4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it's going to be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 3rd down, it's Newton. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They'll keep it on the ground. Newton, and he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 3 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. He's got him in. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now,
and a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all